Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich
Yo,
podcast.
yo, yo. What's happening, man? Sorry, I was having some equipment malfunctioning over here, but I'm back on.
All good, all good. How you doing this week?
All right, not too bad. I know we had a couple weeks off. This last couple, we had Valentine's Day. My 2-year-old broke her leg. I was sick a week. It was just madness. Was February for me. So, how are
Yeah,
you?
it's been pretty crazy. I'm doing all right, man. Not too bad. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, things aren't too crazy right now.
I,
It was a little crazy with the horror thing and stuff like that, but
oh yeah, you want to give us a rundown how I Love Horror Day came out this year,
uh,
man?
yeah, I Heart Horror Day was really, really good. A lot of people turned out. There were a lot of vendors. Everybody had a good time. I picked up a bunch of stuff. I got
Ooh, let's see what you
these
got.
two things. So I got this cool like jar.
Oh, you did get one of the jars. You were telling me about. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then I got this cool book. It's called Exploding Bears
Exploding bears.
by Frank
Uh-oh.
Adler.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. He even signed it for me.
Nice.
And then I sold some stuff and I got some couple things left over. I just want to show this bad boy off.
Ooh, that's right. So you were doing the prints, the action figure photography that you're doing,
Yeah,
right? Yep.
that's right. Yeah, it was
Nice.
pretty cool. I had a good time. And then I got of course a figure. I got this dude. I found him
Oh,
on Shaney.
he's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Nice. Is it like a
Yeah.
regular size figure? Is he a little bit bigger?
No, 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 no. He's pretty big.
He's
He's a sideshow figure. He's like 18 inches, I want to say.
nice, nice, nice,
Yeah, he's
nice.
pretty big. He's pretty big. 18, 12 inches, something like that.
Okay, cool. Well, I see you're sporting your Flash gear today.
That's right, dude. That's right.
Would you? Are we gonna
Not that
get
I
into that
support it.
later on?
Not
Are
that
we
I
get?
support Ezra Miller. Let's just get that clear.
Okay.
I'm a Flash
So,
fan. I've
so,
always been a Flash fan.
so you're good with them doing this movie, not
I
having him
mean,
continue as
I
Flash.
don't make any decisions for Warner Brothers. If I did, I wouldn't have probably picked him in the first place. I would have picked the original Flash from the show.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
but
now that
uh
those streams have been crossed,
it's already made, man. Like it is what it is,
might as well put it
like
out, right?
I mean, might as well look at Robert Downey Jr. He did a bunch of stuff back in the day. He's Iron Man,
Mm,
like
might as well put it out.
people people forgave him, like I'm not saying that, what Ezra Miller did is the same stuff. I'm not saying that what he needs to do is be forgiven. I'm not saying any of that.
Ooh, okay.
Because he's pretty crazy. And we know they're gonna phase him out. So I mean, hopefully they do something cool to where like at the end of the movie, he like comes back to like our time, then he like looks
Mhm.
in the mirror and it's like a totally different person. And they can like, flub the voice a little bit
Sure,
just for
sure.
that part. And then the next one we're not gonna remember a year from now,
Mhm.
like so they could
Okay.
do something like that, but
All right.
I'm a Flash fan. I'm a huge Batman fan,
The
Michael Keaton,
trailer
so
looked
it's gonna
great,
be crazy.
and I love Michael Keaton Batman. Like the first
Yeah.
two Batman are like iconic to me. I just remember when I was young seeing the Batmobile racing and him picking up that Pepsi from Alfred. Remember that? Like back in the day? Like, dude, that's like so iconic to me because they did it right before the movie, and it was like,
Yeah.
so that's like definitely holds a special spot in my heart for Michael Keaton being Batman.
Yeah, no,
Um,
there's a lot of like crazy funny moments that I remember in the Batman movies, but one that always sticks out to me, I think it was like maybe Batman Forever or something when like Robin's doing his laundry
oh
and he
yeah, and it's
like
like,
wrings it out like
yeah, with
yeah,
the
yeah,
mop or whatever. Like that was so bad, bro. It was so
yeah.
bad. The
Yeah.
best is when like how he like discovers the Bat Cave. He's like doing some kind of thing on the stairs and he falls into a door and he's just like, "Oh, look, there's a what's back here?" And like that's how like he finds something or something like that. So it was just like
Yeah.
kind of weird too. It's like, "What are you doing, man? This ain't gymnastics class."
No,
You
not at
know?
all.
But
Not at all. Well, all right. Well, we just want to get into it now. We want to say thank you to all the new followers. We appreciate you. We're 18 away from our goal.
boom
We're gonna be
boom.
doing some prizes and stuff like that. We got one
Boom
prize right here, which
boom.
is Cobra Commander Hasbro action figure, 6-inch. Very cool. We're gonna be giving this away.
Yeah,
And
I
then
got
we
a bunch
have
of
some
I got a bunch of pop. I have like a stand pop. I have an 11 black light pop. A couple other ones. I got a whole stack of them over there.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna be giving away some Funko Pops as well too, so that's cool. And
Yeah.
these are all free, all just for liking a podcast, following a podcast. You know, like that's all you got to do.
We appreciate everybody following us and sharing with your friends. And if you jump in and we don't hit a topic that you guys want to, want us to talk about, like a movie or TV show, just throw it up in chat. We'll be more than happy to either one of us has either seen it or we heard about it or we looked into it or it's very rare we're going to come across something that maybe we didn't. And if we haven't, I'll be more than happy to watch
Exactly.
it. More than
Exactly.
happy.
I'm always watching weird, new, crazy movies. I didn't put it on the list, but I did watch this crazy movie called Swiss Army Man.
I want to watch that. Is it good?
Oh
But
my
we'll get into that.
god.
We'll get into that.
I don't know. Let's get into the stuff. Let's get into the news.
All right, we'll do the news first, then we'll get into the movies and stuff later.
Absolutely.
All right. So here is the news. All right. So we got some pretty good stories for you today. Mike, I'm gonna let you take that first one while I pull it up.
All right. Sounds good.
And I got some funny opinions, I think, about this guy.
All right. That's good. I definitely want to hear that for sure.
Let's go.
All right. So we got the first story is the man with the world's longest tongue, and he uses it to paint. So we like to do Guinness World Record stuff on here. You know,
He holds
we're
the Guinness World
infamous for
Record for
that
the
for
longest
sure.
tongue on the planet,
And
which is an incredible
this guy
feat.
definitely has a Guinness record for having the longest tongue. It's crazy. It's like some Gene Simmons like.
Definitely some Gene Simmons like. He said he could obviously pick his nose with it.
Yeah, you know, all the gross. He can lick his elbow
lick
and all
his
that weird
elbow.
stuff that you can't do. But he uses his tongue to paint.
All right, so here's my situation with that. Would painting be your first
No.
route to go if you had,
No.
like what would you do without getting
I
too
don't.
crazy?
I mean, you know,
I'm gonna pause
I
this
don't
for a
know.
second. So he's putting cellophane on his tongue.
Oh, I
Obviously, not
saw.
to put paint on there or whatever. It's just kind of weird that they like continue to ask him questions with cellophane being all over
I
his
thought he
face.
was gonna be like, yeah. I thought he was gonna be like an elephant and like have the brush, you know, like wrapped his tongue was gonna like wrap around it and hold it.
Now, for a second before this, I thought it was gonna be good. I was like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. He's gonna do one of those. He's gonna flip it upside down at the end. And it's gonna be George fucking Washington or something.
Nah, it
Nah,
was like
nah,
it's
nah,
like
nah.
finger paint
This
stuff.
is like not another teen movie when she's sitting there, like painting. He's like, you have your mother's eyes, and they're fucking
Yeah.
stick figures, bro. Like it's literally the same fucking
hilarious.
thing. Like, look at that. It is terrible.
It's
Like,
not proportioned.
like he is on this show because not because he's got the longest tongue in the world, is because he paints with it, and that's like the paint that
Well, I think that's part of it though.
it's just like it's not even good. It's not even I would love to see somebody else just try it, and I bet you they could do better.
With cellophane. Yeah, for sure.
It just wasn't even that good. All right, I'm gonna pop up this up. That's the only thing I had to say about that. I don't think painting would be my route to go if I had the world's largest tongue.
Right.
I would
I don't
maybe
think
like
so either.
stack quarters on it or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many quarters can you stack on your tongue? You know, I bet you the dude with the longest tongue can stack way more quarters than the dude with the shortest tongue.
Sure.
That makes sense
That makes
fiscally, right?
sense. Yeah.
So why wouldn't you do something like that, or like Oreo stacking? You know, something name brand, so you can get Nabisco behind it, make some money.
Sure. Don't give him ideas, bro.
I know. Why? I want 10%. AC said. You know. All right, let's get in this next one. All right, so I did read all these before. Okay, so this is actually kind of funny. So the obviously AI is getting huge. Everybody's plugging in AI, and what else is huge is streaming. As long as you can have something rolling on a 24/7 loop, you know you're getting viewers at all times.
Sure.
And so there's someone on Twitch who's doing an AI generated Seinfeld show. Like it's like really crappy looking, but I imagine they hit every now and again because like it's a show about nothing. I'm gonna
At
show
the
a little
North
clip
Pole
here.
winter.
Oh, that's
Wow,
awesome.
you might as well make a list of all the things that can survive the North Pole and just send that.
Seinfeld was a show about nothing, so an AI generated show. So I'm guessing that they fed this AI all the Seinfeld episodes that are ever created or the scripts or whatever. And like it's like making jokes too.
Yeah.
Everybody.
He's like, what's with this potato
Oh,
salad?
he
Because I'm
does a
about to
whole
do some stand
stand up
up on
act
the North
before
Oh,
the
Pole.
that's
show and
great.
everything.
So,
That's
I heard
great.
there was a new couple in town.
Now,
And the
obviously
guy
not as
said to
good
his
as Jerry,
girlfriend,
because Jerry's
I'm going to take you
hilarious.
somewhere
Sure.
really special for our first date.
But it's just
She said,
crazy.
that sounds great.
That's too
So
funny.
me being me, I jumped on Twitch and I was like, I want to watch this, and of course they don't stream it 24/7, so I don't know
Yeah.
why they say they do, but yeah, they don't stream it 24/7, but it's called Everything Nothing. Is that what it's called? Or Nothing
Yeah.
Everything
Looks
or something like that?
about nothing. I don't see a title for it. Man, these interns, they gotta get it together.
It's Nothing Forever. I'm sorry, Nothing Forever.
Nothing
I
forever.
knew it was around there or something like that, but that's not what their Twitch channel is called. It's called something else.
Oh, okay.
Or Watch Me Forever is what their Twitch channel is called. So, um,
Interesting.
and it's weird because nothing has gone up in a little while. So I thought it was weird that the article says it's like streaming 24/7, and
I don't know. Maybe they got in trouble by Seinfeld. Who knows?
yeah, maybe.
Hey,
Right.
everybody's gotta get paid.
Everybody's got to get paid. All right, you want to take this next one?
All right. So we got a Michigan man says his 6-year-old order 1K worth of food from Grubhub. So $1,000 worth of food from Grubhub. Like that's a lot of food.
That's a lot.
Like not for nothing, but you don't think maybe these restaurants would be suspicious a little bit, Did he order from multiple restaurants?
He ordered from multiple restaurants. I think one of them got declined for like $400 and something dollars. But
Okay, yeah, I see that for the fraud. Yeah,
so, all right, let me throw
from
this.
Happy Pizza.
Happy Pizza. Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me take a drink quick.
That's too funny.
So yeah, so you got Happy Pizza declined. $183 of the order went through or something like that. So what ended up happening was obviously, all right. See, this is the weird thing. So they ended up giving him $1,000 gift card, like for this, right? So how would anybody find out any of this unless they kind of staged it? I feel it's
Yeah,
kind of staged. He
maybe.
did it
Or
to
maybe
do
they
it.
just maybe they just capitalized on it for good marketing,
I guarantee you look up the dad or the mom, they're trying to get Instagram famous or TikTok famous or something, and it's just like it was $1,000, $1,000 in marketing is nothing.
Yeah.
So to throw out $1,000 and to get your name on a bunch of stories and stuff like that, it's like, oh my too, and then he got the money back anyway. The kid's sick. Okay, so he's
Yeah.
not like a 3-year-old just happened to do it, and they said he's intelligent. So a 6-year-old who's intelligent should know better not to order a bunch of food. I don't know. I feel it's like super staged. Everything on the internet's fake to me most of the time, and it usually is. So I'm thinking, do your research. Bet you that can happen.
Uh-oh.
What you thinking?
I mean, I think it's possible a kid could have ordered some food, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He said
It's
he's like,
tough.
I thought it was weird after like the fourth person showed up with food. Like you can't even say that, like you can't even say that because the second you got food that wasn't yours, you're gonna pull up your app and you're gonna see all your orders, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, it's just like I order from it all the time. Like, there's no way that can happen. Like there's just no way that can happen. So,
I don't know. All right, well, why don't you get the next one? Let's see if this happens.
all right, this is the last one. So this is funny too because this is a guy who got caught, and he's been caught stealing before. But he
Uh-oh.
he actually he actually stole a semi truck full of Cadbury Creme Easter eggs, among other chocolate things, which I imagine Cadbury. About $38,000 worth of chocolate
Woo.
goods on this one semi truck.
That's a lot of chocolate eggs.
Like right before Easter, so it's just like
Oh,
right before Easter. Now,
convenient. Now, is this going to affect Cadbury sales?
now
Am
they
I
got it
not going
back.
to be able to get them?
They got it back. They got it
I know.
back. They got it back pretty quick, and he came out and he was like, "Oh, you got me." Blah blah blah. Now my question is, do you think that he knew that was in there? Or do you think he just stole a semi truck and it just happened to be freaking
I don't know, man.
Cadbury
I mean, you
eggs?
can't get these things like, after Easter. So, like, I don't know,
You
man.
think he's been waiting a year, like plotting this like semi truck heist for Cadbury eggs? And then what was
I
he
don't
gonna
know.
do with it? Was he gonna sell it on
I mean,
Amazon?
it
Hit up the
says that
local flea markets?
he used a metal grinder. No, he's probably gonna feed his family, and like trade them and stuff. I don't know.
Like barter Cadbury eggs for like the next 3 years? Like,
Yes.
um,
It's I mean, he's 32 years old. It says that he used a metal grinder to break through the gate in the industrial park.
that's why I said. So he went in there, and I feel like he just grabbed one. I don't
He
think
just
that.
grabbed
I
one.
think he just
Yeah,
grabbed one, and it just so
probably.
happened
And
to
it
be
just so
chocolate.
happened to have Cadbury
Yeah,
eggs in it.
because like if you had your choice pick of a trailer, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you take the one with chocolate, and I'd take the one with something that I can sling a lot
Did they
quicker.
really investigate? Is this like, Egghead, like, Batman's villain? This is one of those guys or something. Like he pulled a heist.
Hey man, this might be a Batman villain in training. You know what I'm saying? So like
It's
when
possible.
you catch a career at this like pivoted point in time,
That's
it's gonna
right.
like send him on a trajectory of like, is he gonna go the route of, okay, the next I'm gonna try to steal a building or steal an airplane, or am I just
Yeah.
gonna stick to petty crime? Because like he almost got away with this. Obviously, he learned a few things from this, what not to do. I would imagine. Each crime I feel is a lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe he forgot to switch a license plate. Maybe like there was an alarm somewhere. Low jack's a thing. GPS is on everything these days. They sell those little Apple like tile things for like 20-30 bucks. So I imagine
Sure.
there's something in that $38,000 worth of
Cadbury eggs.
Cadbury
Yeah.
eggs. So I don't know. That's my thought process on it. So.
All right. Well, that's the news. And Rich's theories.
I have theories. I feel like I was a detective in another life, and
Uh-oh.
those are the clues and where they would lead me. You know,
That's right.
so
All right.
and
Well, let's go
unless he
ahead.
jumped out of the truck, said you got me. I really wanted to like screw the Easter Bunny over this year.
Yeah. Did you ever see Rick and Morty was like quick mysteries? And it was like, I'm the killer. Please arrest me. As soon as the cop comes around.
Hey
So
man,
funny.
if it's gonna happen, you might as well just let it go down smooth.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into running down a street.
Yeah, I'm running down the street. Gonna watch some TV. Comedy and mystery. And maybe some horror TV. Running down the street.
All right, we're back with running down a stream.
Yes, sir.
We got HBO Max first on the list tonight. We got The Last of Us and South Park, so let's get into it.
Ooh.
So we watched 3 episodes of Last of Us since the last time we've been on.
Oh, yeah.
A lot has happened.
It's good.
I'm not
It's
going to
a
give
good
away too
show.
many spoilers for the last episode because it's only been like a few days.
Mhm.
So like I want to give people a chance to catch up. But
We
it's
won't
been a
say
hell of
that
a roller
ending
coaster
part.
ride.
Yeah, we won't say that
Yeah. They're at the university, so like, some people who play the game will know what we're talking about.
ending part.
But this last episode,
It was a
Joel
time
met
jump.
up
It
with
was like
Tommy.
a 3-month time jump, man. So
Yeah.
they were in the woods in the wilderness surviving for 3 months.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So he met up with Tommy and they had like a commune there. He finds out, Tommy's having a baby, and he basically tells Tommy about the journey and the big secret about Ellie. So it's been pretty wild. I could use some more zombies.
You could
I
use
need some more
zombies. Some more
zombies.
hordes or more like close jump scare encounters.
Anything.
Anything.
Just give me more.
I thought their road to where they were going was kind of boring. They were like, some people get, most of them come back. It's 5 days. Like they just didn't encounter anything for 5 days. Like it's like kind of.
Sure. Well, that old couple was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're like married or whatever, but they were on another show. I think it was called like Northern Lights or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And they were both like did like the shtick that they did.
Oh, just chilling and just being weird with each other.
Yeah. They were super funny.
Yeah.
Definitely got to save those
He's
guys.
like, you fed them, and she's like,
it's my soup.
Like, really? I thought that was funny.
She's like, well, he was hungry. He asked.
And I
it was
get
awesome.
in that post-apocalyptic thing, you have to kind of like do that because like if you're like kind of a wussy about it, you're definitely gonna get shot first. So he wasn't there to harm them, but he also knew he was coming back, so he had to kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just great.
Absolutely.
Crazy the interactions that you would have to take in some situation like that.
Sure. No, it's definitely been a really, really helpful roller coaster. Like it's been so much fun. I can't wait to the next episode. I saw the trailer. They're gonna be in the mall. So we're gonna see some cool stuff and some lead-ins to some new characters and some, possible people who are gonna like stay with the show. So
nice.
We'll see.
Yeah, and they're already talking about the second season, so it's definitely going to keep it going. So
second season's gonna be ridiculous.
Gonna be ridiculous.
But all right, let's get into South Park. There's been 2 episodes of South Park.
So we had a Kanye one and a Megan and Harry one, which I thought both
privacy tour, the World Privacy Tour. Yeah,
I think both were really funny. I think the Megan and Harry one was way funnier.
Yeah, no, they were great. The Kanye one was like a hair too late. I feel like if it was like, a little bit sooner, maybe it would have been funnier.
Yeah.
But they make these shows like week to week or whatever, right? So like when they make it, it's a time crunch. And I know that they use what's going on, but like they also like, they can't pass up gold like that, like so
I think it's funny because like, all right, so South Park does this to everybody, right? Obviously him doing those two are gonna come up at some point. So the funny part about it is like all the British stations like are acting like they've never seen South Park before. They're just like the way that they're actually showing the episode on their newscasts and like, oh my god, look how funny this is and blah blah blah, and that's why they're pissed off. Right, I think that's why they're mad because all the British channels are all showing this, and they're all like really happy about it because like they kind of pissed them off. Not only did they tell him, "Hey, go fuck yourself, buddy," and like they fucking moved the the U.S. It's like literally like perfect, dude. It's like the perfect episode. Like they hit it on the head with that. It's like here's your book. When.
No, it was really funny. I'm curious to see if they're gonna do anything with the UFOs and all that kind of stuff, and so we'll see about that. But
you think Cartman's gonna get another anal probe, man?
Probably they're gonna go back, circle around. Why wouldn't they?
Why would
it's probably like the 30th, the 35th anniversary or something.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm calling it.
Yeah, I thought that too the other day as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we got a new Mario Brothers trailer.
Ooh.
They put a link in there. The interns. So how about we take a look at that? Is that possible?
Got the Cadbury eggs still up. Gotta watch out, bro.
Uh-oh.
They're coming after your eggs. Watch your eggs. Right. Let's see what we got here.
Research shows nostalgia can help you remember ads.
All right.
So customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual I had when I first got car insurance when I was like 6, and I'm all for it. No, that was good, man. Saturday Night Live has been kind of hit or miss lately. That's
Sure. Well, it all depends.
I like we
I
get an
know.
update. John Cho
Sure.
and Colin, or what's his name, Colin or whatever, Colin Yo.
Oh, I don't know. Colin Joust, yeah.
Colin Yo or whatever. Yeah, he's funny as hell. Both of those. So.
Yeah, no, they're both pretty funny. Then we got Disney Plus. We got Wakanda Forever. Finally came out.
Forever. Yeah, what
So
you
we
think
got to
of it,
see
man?
that. I thought it was really good, man. It was definitely better than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
I'm not disappointed that I didn't see it in the theater. I just didn't know what to expect, and Marvel's been so like hit or miss lately.
Yeah.
That like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go see Ant-Man in the theater with all the reviews that I've been hearing,
See,
But just like I'm not gonna go see Shazam either,
back and forth. Yeah, I've heard back and forth. I've heard some people say it's really good and some people say it's not, So I'm probably gonna go see Ant-Man at some point this week. I'm a huge Ant-Man fan, man. Like that was like one of the ones that I do want to go see.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
probably not gonna see the Marvels in the movie. Just probably just not gonna see it. And I love Brie Larson too. That's my other Brie. But yeah, probably not gonna see that in the theaters. But I do want to see Guardians. Guardian looks good, man. It's gonna be really cool, I think.
Yeah, no, Guardian's gonna be awesome for sure.
So.
But what'd you think of Wakanda Forever?
I thought it was pretty good. I think it is what it is, man. They got dealt a shitty curveball, man. Like that's all that you could say about it is no matter what that they were gonna do, it wasn't gonna be awesome. It wasn't gonna be like this, like the first one, or even if Chadwick
Sure.
would have did a second one.
Well, that's why it's not called Black Panther 2. They were very careful with that.
Exactly, and that's it's just like they were dealt a shitty curveball. I think they did very well with using Shuri as the main character, I guess, and kind of setting it up for what's his face, M'Baku. I love M'Baku too. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's great.
So it'd be kind of cool to see him in a Black Panther suit next time
Sure.
around.
They do that in the comics, sort of.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. I know this one, like it was already in the works, and then it happened, and they weren't able to really do anything but make a movie without him. So,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do what's in the comics. What's in the comics is not something that they would show on a movie.
So,
yeah, no.
But you know what? It was better than the Internals or some of the other newer ones. I think.
Sure.
Like Doctor Strange, like the new Doctor Strange one. I think I probably liked it a little bit better than the new Doctor Strange.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah,
cool.
It is what it is. So it was sad. You know what I'm saying? It's tough because like I was such a huge Chadwick fan for being Black Panther. Like it's hard to have them go with the franchise without him because I felt like he was literally the perfect Black Panther. So it just makes me sad. So it's,
sure.
It's just one of those things.
Well, it was a nice little like send off or whatever. It was good for that. But and Namor was cool. I like the.
See, a lot of people didn't like him, and I liked him. I thought he was cool, man. I thought he was legit. I thought he had a good point. Like now him obviously taking over the world just because he can, is obviously a villain intent. But if they didn't mess with him first, or if they go looking for vibranium over by them, they'll I guess, but
100% right. 100% right. I like the water bombs or water grenades. I thought those were cool.
They just like explode water and like
I thought it was cool. It's like the perfect crime. Like there's no evidence left. It's just water.
Yeah, I thought their underwater world was just like awesome.
Oh yeah, it was dope. Super dope.
That's like so cool to me, man. Like some like Atlantis type shit that's like thriving.
Absolutely, yeah. It was really cool. And it was smart of them to do like the whole Aztec thing and stuff like that. Like, because that's it makes more sense.
Yeah, he's like right by Mexico and stuff like that.
So yeah, so it was pretty cool. Yeah. All right, let's get into these movies coming out soon. movies. All right, so top of the list, of course, is coming out tomorrow. We got Cocaine Bear. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that one.
Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that one, man. I think they're already talking about like a cocaine shark movie next, man. Like they're already
it's gonna
throwing it down.
listen. Let's just wait a second. We'll talk about that stuff in a little while. But do you know there's gonna be like mimics of this for sure? I mean,
Absolutely.
my boy Frank Edler over here, he was first though, I think, with the exploding bears.
Exploding bears, all right.
He even wrote in it. It's not no cocaine was used while writing this book or whatever.
There you go. Well, that's his prerogative, so
that's true. That's true.
No, I think the movie's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be one of those snakes on a plane movie where it's just kind of out there. It is what it is. They're not looking for like an Oscar nomination or anything. I think they're just looking to have fun. I think
I hope so.
I think it's just gonna be a funny, fucked up story.
Yeah. No, it's definitely gonna be hilarious.
So
I hope we didn't see all the funny stuff in the trailers.
I don't think so. No way.
So I really hope not. But
and who's doing it? Like who's doing it?
I forget her name.
Let's see. Cocaine.
Elizabeth Banks. Is that her
Elizabeth
name?
Banks? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks, dude.
Yeah.
Like
from the Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that, dude. It's gonna be super cool. So
it's gonna be good.
The dude from Game of Thrones in it too. That's cool. Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, the redhead dude from Game of Thrones. What was his name?
Nice. Then we got what else we got on the list? Scream 6.
Scream 6, 310.
That's coming out, 310. And then we got Shazam, which I mean, I only like 2 days ago saw something about that. Like for real, like they're like so like low key under the radar. They're like, yeah, we're gonna come out with a Shazam movie. We're just gonna toss that out there, real quick. We made a contract. We promised this guy 2 of them, so whatever.
All right, and we got John Wick Chapter 4, and that's on the 24th of March.
It's awesome.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'll be seeing that in the theater.
I think that's a go to the movie theater because there's nothing like the bullets in a movie theater, man. Like you like feel like I can crank it to 10 here, but it's you need that.
You need that extra. That Dolby surround extra, bro.
I know. I've been looking to upgrade my. I only have a sound bar. I need to do it big, I think.
Uh-oh.
I think I need to do it big. All right, then we got Evil Dead Rise, which is a new take on an old classic. 421.
Don't know if I'm looking forward to this.
You being an Evil Dead fan. So.
I love Evil Dead. It doesn't look like it's necessarily an Evil Dead movie. It looks like it's a cool horror movie slapped on with an Evil Dead name.
Slapping it on.
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to bash something I haven't seen yet. The trailer looked cool as a separate thing. As far as it being in the Evil Dead world, the way the trailer felt, it was really scary. And to throw like Ash into that mix didn't feel right to me.
Is Ash like the little kid in it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is that what it's gonna be? Because like she's like a mom, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's gonna be canon to the stuff. Like, I think it's just gonna be like maybe something that happened in the area. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out about it and see more. Like I thought it was supposed to be another one of those things like in New York. Like the whole Scream thing. But I guess we'll find out. But it's coming out 421, so not too far off.
Sounds good. And I wanted to do a check on this date because I think it comes out May 5th. Oh, duh, I seen the 3. Okay, so we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out Cinco de Mayo,
Volume 3.
Volume 3, which looks great. They had the Super Bowl commercial. We're gonna get Gamora back, obviously in the new form. Adam Warlock is going to come out of the woodworks.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks pretty cool.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's I think this is probably going to be their last one with this Guardian crew, right?
Well, that's at least what Batista said.
Okay. or at least for
So
Batista, because he said that he's kind of done with the superhero.
yeah, he said that they always meant to do 3, and that's all they were supposed to do, and anything extra they kind of like milked out of them. So like he's done. He's tapping out.
He's tapping out. Nah, but also too with Batista, he's starting to get a lot more other roles.
Sure, because he's a big guy that can act, like, and a lot of those other wrestlers can't really act so great. I mean, John Cena's all right, Ronnie Piper was good back in the day. Hogan was okay at best. They all try to take crack at it. Stone Cold Steve Austin was good in like one movie, but then anything else he was yeah.
He was in
He's good.
Expendables,
He's good as a heel, and that's it. He's good as like the bad guy's like second in command, but like nothing else. I'm sorry, Stone Cold. I'm sorry. Don't come and get me,
dude. Don't talk about the rattlesnake like that.
Don't put me in the rattlesnake. Yeah,
Don't talk about the rattlesnake like that, bro.
Don't do it.
I used to get so excited when I heard that glass break sometimes.
Yeah.
Man. It was just like, wow. He's coming out and kicking someone's ass. That was like the best.
That's right. The can of whoop ass. That's right. No, wrestling's awesome. All right, so this week's watch list is a little crazy. So I was like all over the place watching movies. First I watched Halloween Ends, which I get why a lot of people were hating on it, but I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay. It was in a sense not necessarily like he was passing the torch, because that's what a lot of people made it seem to be. And I was a little bit late on the game, being a horror fan and all, but people were like, "Oh, it sucked. It was horrible." So I kind of waited on it a little bit, and it just came to streaming. So I figured I'd give it a try, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there was a couple parts where it's like, "Oh, he has powers or whatever," because again, like in Halloween Kills, they like kind of made it seem like evil gave Michael Myers powers now. Yeah, and they never really introduced that before ever. So it's not ruining the movie, but there's like a scene where like he grabs the new guy and like he like sees why he like wants to kill people, or why he would want to kill people, or whatever, Yeah. So it was whatever.
Do you think it was a good conclusion?
Yeah.
Before the next reboot?
Sure. Sure. I do. I mean, there's so many of them. Like, why can't that one be good? I mean, like the rest of them are all just okay. This one was pretty good. I feel like they put a little bit more thought into it. Okay. They kind of went like, because like the whole Dahmer thing was like really popular, so they kind of like made him look like Dahmer type. Like he was quiet and mysterious, and like with the glasses, and I don't know. He had some like misunderstanding things happen to him, and then the town turned him bad, kind of.
The town turned him bad.
Well, being like shitty people, and like constantly like being mean to the guy for the misunderstanding, even though he's cleared of it. So I don't know. Then I watched Sharknado 5. Don't ask me why I watched Sharknado 5. I've only ever seen Sharknado 1. I've never seen any of the other ones. So Sharknado 5 was global swarming, and I'm glad that I didn't watch any of the other ones. Okay?
Global swarming? Are you serious?
Global swarming. Okay. So this Sharknado was like real weird. So I mean, I'm sure they're all weird, but like it starts off and it's like this girl, and she's like, spelunking or whatever, and she like finds these like ancient writings about the Sharknado stuff. Okay. So she's like, we gotta get
back every 20 years.
Exactly. We gotta get Finn in here. His lead character, of course, is Finn in Sharknado. So they get Finn in there, and he looks at the stuff, and they're like, she's like, oh, there's like this ancient artifact. We're gonna grab this ancient artifact and like whatever. So like they go, they're like, oh, there might be booby traps, and they like do some shit. And all of a sudden you see like skeletons, and there's like an Indiana Jones hat and like a whip like right there. They totally like play it out, like she puts the hat on, he has the whip, Anyway, they get this piece, and then a Sharknado starts to happen like out of nowhere, like near Easter Island.
Because they touched it.
Yeah. They like switched the thing, like so they kind of like made the Sharknado happen in this one. So I'm not gonna get through all of it, but I'm just telling this little part. So then anyway, so Tara Reid is like a lead in these movies, okay?
Oh, she's like their A-star, bro.
So Tara Reid basically sees that the Sharknado's happening, and she's watching her like ex-husband in a helicopter, and a shark like jumps into the helicopter and like kills the pilot. So the helicopter's like crashing. So she walks over to it and like grabs the helicopter and holds it and like shakes everybody out to safety and then throws the helicopter. Apparently, she's like some kind of superhero, superpowers.
She's got Sharknado powers.
She flies, she saves Big Ben. Like it's hysterical, it's ridiculous. Clay Aiken is in it. He's like the Q like for 007 like scientist.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
Let me throw down some extra knowledge on you. I mean, I know you know. I know the chat don't know though. All right, so my mom is a big Clay Aiken fan. All right, my mom doesn't even like me. Okay, some weird reason. This fucking guy came out of nowhere and like didn't even win. I don't even think he won American Idol. He was like number 2 or something like that.
He didn't win it.
And
it
she's
was
just she's like
Ruben Studdard.
She like fell in love with this kid, right? And she was like all about him. And I used to mess with her all the time. And like he wouldn't even like you. He doesn't like girls. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't even like you.
Like, he don't even like girls. You know, she's like she never believes me on that, and that came true later on. I'm not even. That's not even what the story was about.
That's so funny. It's so funny. I remember this. I remember like this when it was actually happening too, because the one reason why I remember is because of the whole name of the fandom. I'm not going to ruin that. You could go ahead and say that.
That's what I was getting to. That was the funny part. So my mom, all right, growing up in our house, didn't have pictures of like me, my 2 brothers, my sister hanging up. Nah, she had Clay Aiken fucking albums up, right? Like and like little charms and shit that she made like to go like next to the albums and shit, right? It's
like a fucking shrine.
Yeah. It's like all over the house. You would think it'd be like my little brother's graduation, but it's like you're looking at it, it's like, dude, that's a picture of fucking Clay Aiken. Like it was like that for like a long time, right? So now this is like the early internet days, right? This is like AOL days, dial-up shit. So like my mom found other like-minded Clay Aiken fans, right? So they called themselves the Claymates. Right, they made that name up for themselves, man. I can't even fucking make that shit up.
Oh, the Claymates,
Claymates.
bro.
They made like jackets. They'd all meet up in like some fucking city and go like do these meet and greets and you know what I'm saying with these other ladies. Crazy enough, so my mom knows like the dude from Streetlight Manifesto's mom, like Thomas, like his mom's like one of her like good friends apparently, like from this Clay group or whatever. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Oh my god.
So, but it was just funny because, like I said, at one point in time, you would think that these were pictures hanging up in our house. Nah, that shit was motherfucking Clay Aiken, bro. Like she had these bracelets, right? They were like called these Italian charm bracelets, where you take a picture and you make it real small, and you could put a bunch of them on a thing. If you look real close, they were all Clay Aiken. They were all they were just different, like him in a spotlight, him just chilling. Him
Can you imagine the person who like would eventually get that, like the Goodwill or something like that, like when it gets donated, you know, like they're gonna be like, oh, look at this awesome bracelet. Is that Clay Aiken? And this one's Clay, and this one's Clay, and this one's Clay Aiken.
That's assuming she threw any of that crap out.
That's right. She probably still has it. Yeah. It could be worth something one day. Yeah. And Clay Aiken's in movies.
He's in movies, man.
Well, they had him and they had Chris Kattan. Chris Kattan was like the Prime Minister of London. Okay. And like Charo was like the Queen. If you want a good laugh and you don't want to follow this Sharknado storyline, just watch Sharknado 5, not 6, 5, because there are 6 of them.
Is 6 when like the Russians attack?
No, 6 is like I think it's called like finally the last Sharknado or something like that.
Man, Omega Sharknado.
Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. It was funny, like he punched a lot of sharks. Bret Michaels was in it, and there was a scene where like they're driving like a double-decker bus because they're like in London, you know. So they're driving the bus, and then all of a sudden they like turn and they hit Bret Michaels, who happened to have a guitar in his hand. And so like she's like, oh my god, I killed Bret Michaels, and he's like, I'm okay, and he's just like hooked onto the front of the car, and he's like playing guitar as he's like stabbing sharks, and
Epic, bro. Epic.
It's a great laugh.
Epic. You could probably play a lot of drinking games to it, I would imagine.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. The last thing on my list right here was Batman versus Superman. So I went back and watched it again just because of the Flash stuff.
Did you watch the Schneider cut, the 4-hour long?
Well, first I watched the Batman and Superman. I think it's like the extended or whatever it is. It was like a longer version of it.
Yeah.
So I watched that, the unedited.
Mhm.
It was really good. I definitely liked it a lot more the second time around.
Okay.
I feel like Ben Affleck is a little bit of a better Batman than we gave him credit for. Certain things were pretty cool. I know there was a lot of holes and a lot of weird storyline stuff, and I'm not going to get into all that. But for the most part, it was cool because the extended version really led into Justice League. And then I went and I watched the Snyder Cut, the 4-hour Snyder Cut. I went and watched it, and it was good coming off the other movie the way that I did, because I never seen the extended version before, and I tried to watch Snyder Cut and I never really finished it because I was like, what's different, but then I saw the difference, and
I wish that came out first.
I liked it a lot more.
I liked it a lot more
if
too.
the other one, if I gave the other one, let's say like a solid 6, this one I would have gave like an 8.5. Like it was so much better.
It was a lot better. It was a lot better.
So much better. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm not even a huge fan of it, and I thought they knocked it out of the park that second time around.
No, I'm a little disappointed that they're like doing all these like dumb Batman shows, and they're going to be using like the Robert Pattinson Batman, and like I feel like Ben Affleck would have probably crushed something like that, but whatever.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? It's too late. He's gonna be Batman one more time. We're gonna see it, in the Flash movie. Hence the Flash gear that I'm wearing. And it's cool because the reverse Flash, you can't see it, but it says reverse Flash and it's like reversed, so it would be like regular. But of course, I have a green screen on, so
cool. I was gonna say,
let's get to these toys.
Let's get to these toys. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say now. A thing that we did miss before. I told you a while ago. Watch that Shadow and Bone show. They got
okay.
The new season's coming out in that. It's gonna be awesome.
I have to put that on the list.
The first one was cool. That was one where they like go through that void and there's all kinds of monsters in between. It's like a void splitting the world in half. So like they got to go through like miles of like this like black darkness, and these things try to kill them the entire time so they can get to the other side of the world. It's crazy.
All right, that sounds cool.
It's
all right, so it's time to talk toys. First on the list, I put like just a shout out to NECA. Recently I put out one of my pictures, the one I showed you guys earlier, of Leatherface, and it happens to be a NECA figure, and NECA liked it on my Instagram or whatever, and I just think they're a cool company, and you should definitely check out their website. They have a lot of cool things for collectors. They have dioramas on there that you can download, or you can just like put up like on your computer screen and then like manipulate.
Nice.
They have a bunch of different cool things just on their websites. Now, Funko is one of the only places that really has like an app that'll show you the values of their stuff. They don't really have that, but they do have these cool like poster type things that you can you could do. I think it's in the news. I'm trying to look. Downloads. All right, so if you go to downloads, they have the 12 days of downloads, and you could see like the different like, so these are all the horror guys. Then you have like the gargoyles and the Toonie terrors. They have like all different stuff, and then you can go into their downloads, and they have backgrounds on like page 2, I believe. Yeah, it's like 12 days of downloads. They actually put it up in 2001, but they're still up, and it's pretty cool dioramas and stuff, and it just shows you like how many figures are like in each one of these things. Like if you look at the Predator one, like that's a huge map,
Yeah. There's a bunch of good ones on here.
Yeah. I mean, NECA's a fun company. I've been definitely collecting for years. I don't know if they were together with real toys or they just merged or what, but I was also a fan of them too, and I know they like always have that on their stuff as well.
Cool.
Yeah. But yep, all right, that's our shout out to NECA. Then we got new Marvel Legends coming out. We got the Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, Marvel Legends 6-inch action figures.
Ooh.
These look pretty cool.
Kang looks cool.
Nothing that I'm rushing out to go buy. The Kang from what is it? The What If series, I believe. The one where he has the apple. That one was pretty cool.
He Who Remains or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one though. This one's cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. That one seems to be selling out the fastest. Same thing with the other one, just because of the movie.
Yeah.
And apparently he did so well in it. So
yeah, Ultron too. That's pretty cool.
yeah, that's another phase too. Then we got in the Funko world, we got Stranger Things season 4, phase 3, deluxe pop vinyl moments.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that one's pretty cool. We're gonna get a few of these. I think this is just the first.
Oh.
So it's Eddie on top of the trailer.
That's so badass.
Playing guitar. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
$60 too, man. See, these things are cool, but so big.
They're big. And $60 is a lot to pop off for a pop right off the bat.
They're just so big, dude. They're like
I'd see maybe $30 on it, but I couldn't do more than that. And then last on the list for tonight, we got the Dark Knight trilogy finally gets a Build-A-Wave collection for for McFarlane Toys. Yeah, Marvel. McFarlane Toys. How crazy is that? I feel like this was a premonition, something that I like manifested out there, because I know in other podcasts, if you go back or if you're a fan and you already know episode whatever it was, I was like, McFarlane needs to do it. People would buy it. People are going crazy. People are already getting them, even though they're on pre-order.
The Joker's cool.
So you got the Joker, you got Two-Face, you got Batman, you got Scarecrow,
Bane,
and then you have the Build-A-Figure, which is Bane.
Oh, the Build-A-Figure's Bane. Oh, that's cool. Here's the Tom Hardy Bane. That's cool.
So I seen them up close on a YouTuber. The Two-Face, the burnt side looks cool, but the regular human side doesn't look so great. It just looks okay. And then they're saying that what's it called? Bane, his face doesn't look too expressive. So we'll see how those eyes look, because that's all you really need. But they're also saying that Joker is one of the best Jokers that they ever made. And that's the one I'm most excited for.
Hey, he looks cool.
I really like Bane too, so I just I scooped up the whole collection and got them on pre-order. Which I don't normally do. You know that. Like I'll find them in the wild. I like doing that more. I feel like pre-order, I don't know why I always felt like it was kind of like cheating, like
it is and it's not, it all depends, if we're kind of in the game of collecting and not so much selling, so it's just like, it's so hard to find everybody. So if you could just grab it and you have it, and you usually either store it or you take pictures of it, so
absolutely. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be cracking these bad boys open and using them in scenes and stuff. Definitely Joker for sure. Even though he's you got some new stuff.
Yeah, I got my first Ant-Man.
Nice.
I want MODOK. I'm trying to find him. I went to like 3 different places already. Can't find him yet. Still on the lookout. And then I found this bad boy, Cell Stage 2.
Nice.
At GameStop today, for $15, and I looked it up on the Funko app. It's like worth like 30 something.
Nice. So double. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. And I had the first one. I don't have that one. So
I feel like the Funko app has been kind of slow with like the some of the stuff.
It has
a few of the things that I bought like last year, like still don't have prices on them.
Yeah, there was a couple other things that I got from Entertainment Earth that still didn't have the prices on.
Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of saturated, and you never really know what's gonna pop off with the pops.
Yeah,
it's kind of tough because you think certain things are like, yes, these are gonna be amazing, they're gonna sell out, they're gonna be so expensive, and then it's a flop. But then like it could be a flop, but then like 6 months later, all of a sudden something happens, and you know,
and all the Spider-Man ones are worth money. Buy Spider-Mans.
yeah. So
pretty much it.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's the life of a collector, I suppose.
That's it, man.
But usually this is a time where we play the rotten game. We haven't been on in a minute, so we're not going to do that this week, but we'll try to squeeze it in for next week.
We'll do it next week.
But we just want to say thank you again to everybody tuning in.
Users.
Thank you to all the new followers. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps us out, and you know, it shows us that you care.
Thanks for caring, guys. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys next Thursday.
All right, peace.
Take it easy, guys.